Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my math school जिसमें हम फाउंडेशन लेवल के लिए और SSB, RRB और SSC एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए जो हमारी लेक्चर सीरीज़ है आज उसका थर्ड लेक्चर है ऑन रियल नंबर्स। तो आज हम पढ़ेंगे रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ रियल नंबर्स ऑन ए नंबर लाइन। रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ रियल नंबर्स ऑन ए नंबर लाइन। तो कैसे जो ये नंबर्स हैं हम रिप्रेजेंट कैसे करते हैं ऑन ए नंबर लाइन। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम ये अंडरस्टैंड करने की कोशिश करेंगे कि व्हाट इज ए नंबर लाइन। नंबर लाइन तो प्यारे बच्चों, नंबर लाइन इट इज नथिंग न्यू। ये सिंपली है, इट इज ए स्ट्रेट लाइन। ये एक स्ट्रेट लाइन है on which every point represents a real number or real numbers are identified. It is that straight line on which each point represents a real number or real numbers are identified by the points on this straight line। क्योंकि जो स्ट्रेट लाइन होती है वो क्या होती है? इट इज ए क्लस्टर ऑफ पॉइंट्स इन ए यूनिक डायरेक्शन। उसको हम कहते हैं ए लाइन। तो इसमें जो पॉइंट्स होते हैं वो क्या रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं? दे रिप्रेजेंट रियल नंबर्स। व्हाट वी से, we mark some points or we mark some small lines at equal distances, तो यहाँ पे मैं इसकी अगर मैं डेफिनेशन लिखूंगा नंबर लाइन की, तो a straight line in which real numbers are or on which real numbers are identified by the points तो रियल नंबर्स हम आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं किसमें? इसमें। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अगर हम नेचुरल नंबर्स की बात करेंगे, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द नेचुरल नंबर्स। नेचुरल नंबर्स तो नेचुरल नंबर्स कहाँ से स्टार्ट होते हैं? आप सब जानते हैं नेचुरल नंबर्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 1। तो यहाँ पे अगर मैं 1 रखूँगा, यहाँ पे 2, यहाँ पे 3, यहाँ पे 4, यहाँ पे 5, यहाँ पे 6, यहाँ पे 7 और यहाँ पे मैं 8 रखूँगा। तो what about these points? This point represents 1, this represents 2, this likewise, and we take this as a unit length। ये जो distance between 2 points इसमें होती है, this point and this point, it is a unit length। इसी तरह 2 और 3 के बीच में भी उतनी ही लेंथ है। That means these points are marked at equal distances। ये जो points हैं हम इनको मार्क करते हैं एट इक्वल डिस्टेंसेस एंड दे आर ऑफ यूनिट लेंथ। तो ऐसे हम क्या करते हैं? रिप्रेजेंट नेचुरल नंबर्स रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं ऑन ए नंबर लाइन। इसी तरह अगर हम होल नंबर्स को लेके चलेंगे, होल नंबर्स को बेटा अगर हम इसमें लेके चलेंगे तो कहाँ से? दैट मीन्स अगर हम राइट साइड की डायरेक्शन में जाएंगे, तो इट रिप्रेजेंट्स द पॉजिटिव नंबर्स। ये आपको याद रखना है, इट रिप्रेजेंट्स, दैट मीन्स दीज नंबर्स गो ऑन इंक्रीजिंग। ये इंक्रीज, जब हम ऐसे जाते हैं तो दे गो ऑन इंक्रीजिंग। और अगर हम लेफ्ट ऐसे नजर अपनी जो साइड आई साइड है, जो अगर हम लेफ्ट साइड की तरफ देखेंगे तो द नंबर्स गो ऑन डिक्रीजिंग। तो दैट मीन्स अब अगर हमें जीरो रिप्रेजेंट करना है, वो कहाँ पे हम रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे? तो जीरो हम यहाँ पे नहीं, क्योंकि इट कम्स बिफोर वन, इट इज लेस देन वन, तो जीरो हम यहाँ से स्टार्ट करेंगे, तो यहाँ पे हम जीरो रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे। तो दिस इज द रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ होल नंबर्स। लाइकवाइज अगर हम इंटीजर्स की बात करेंगे, तो इंटीजर्स में क्या क्या आते हैं? इंटीजर्स, तो इंटीजर्स में हमारे पास क्या होता है? वी हैव पॉजिटिव नंबर्स एज वेल एज नेगेटिव नंबर्स, पॉजिटिव नंबर्स एज वेल एज नेगेटिव नंबर्स। तो नेगेटिव हम, because on right side they go on increase, and on left side they go on decreasing। तो यहाँ पे अगर हम देखेंगे तो इस साइड में दैट मीन्स अगर मैं यहाँ पे इसको थोड़ा मैं नीचे करूँगा, तो ये जो लाइन है ब्लू लाइन, तो यहाँ पे अगर हम देखेंगे यहाँ पे आ सकता है व्हाट? तो इस पॉइंट पे इट विल रिप्रेजेंट -1, इट विल रिप्रेजेंट जस्ट लाइक यहाँ पे जिस डिस्टेंस पे 1 है, इसी डिस्टेंस पे यहाँ पे इसका अपोजिट है, दैट इज -1। लाइकवाइज वी हैव -2, likewise we have -3, -4 and so on। These are the negative numbers। तो ऐसे हम क्या रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं? तो जीरो बीच में आता है, जीरो के साइड में पॉजिटिव आते हैं, राइट साइड में पॉजिटिव, लेफ्ट साइड में नेगेटिव नंबर्स आते हैं। तो दिस इज द रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ इंटीजर्स, दिस इज द रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ इंटीजर्स। तो आफ्टर दैट we have what? We have rational numbers, rational numbers। तो रैशनल नंबर्स हम कैसे रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं? तो रैशनल नंबर्स क्योंकि वो इन द फॉर्म ऑफ p by q होते हैं, where q is not equal to 0। तो फॉर एग्जांपल हम ये वाला लेंगे 2/7, इट इज अ रैशनल नंबर, लेट्स रिप्रेजेंट 2/7 ऑन दिस। क्योंकि यहाँ पे देखिए 2/7 कैसे हम ये 2/7 रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे? वी विल टेक दिस, लेट्स टेक दिस section of unit length। If we subdivide it, so here we have to represent 2/7, so we have to divide it into 7 equal parts। We have to divide this unit length in 7 equal parts, that means because the denominator is 7, so we divide it in 7 equal parts, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and this is 7, 1 part, 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 equal parts। So now we have to represent 2/7, these are called the subdivisions, these are known as the subdivisions, these are the divisions of a straight line and these are the subdivisions, because we have divided this unit length into 7 subdivisions। So that means now see, this is 1/7 because there are total 7 parts of this unit length, this is 1/7 and this one will represent this point। If we will represent this by a, the point a will represent 2/7, this will represent 2/7। Like this we represent what? Rational numbers, we represent rational numbers। After that there come another type of numbers, that is irrational numbers। Irrational numbers, how we represent irrational numbers? Look at this, suppose this is 0 and this is our -1, here comes the negative numbers। तो यहाँ पे जो हमारे पास यूनिट लेंथ होती है, this is 1, suppose this is 2 and this is 3। let's how we will represent, suppose we represent root 2. How we can root 2 is an irrational number. Let's see how we can represent root 2. See, if we suppose we mark a line here on 0, we mark a perpendicular line on 0. We draw a perpendicular on 0. Also, we draw another perpendicular on this point. Say this is point O and this is point A. This is point A. Now we cut, this is a unit length. We also with A center and radius say B, such that AB is also of unit length. This AB is also of unit length. ये भी हम कितना लेंगे, इसको भी हम unit length लेंगे. और यहाँ से यहाँ तक भी, that means अगर यहाँ से भी इतनी unit length with OS center and radius same as AB or OA, draw an arc which cuts this at say point C. So you will see this OABC becomes a square. It becomes a square. It becomes a square. Where this is 1 unit, this is also 1 unit. So if we join this, OB, so what will be the length of OB? Since it is a square, so by this forms a right triangle. ये जो OAB, triangle OAB, so it forms it is a right angle triangle. So we have this hypotenuse square by Pythagoras theorem. It is hypotenuse square is equal to OA square plus AB square, which implies OB will be equal to under root of OA square. What is OA square? It is 1 square, that is 1, plus what is AB square? That is 1 square again, that is 1, and this will be under root 1 plus 1, that is under root 2. So this will be our root 2. This will be our root 2. And with OS center and radius OB, draw an arc which cuts this line, say at this point, point D. Suppose this is point D, then we have this OD. OD is what? OD is root 2. OD is root 2. ये यहाँ से यहाँ तक जो है, it is root 2. OD is root 2. Now suppose, now we will represent, how we will represent root 2 on this line. On this line, we just, this OD is root 2. We draw another perpendicular on this and just mark this as unit length. Let this DE is of unit length. If we join OE, what will be now OE? So this is root 2 by Pythagoras theorem again. This will be equal to under root of root 2 square plus 1 square. This will be under root of, what is root 2 square and root will go, and this will be under root 2 plus 1 square is 1, that will be under root 3. So this OE will be under root 3. Likewise, you can construct then after this root 4, that is 2. So the root 4 will be here. This will be 2. You can construct a root 5 also. This is a method how to represent irrational numbers on a number line. Likewise, you can also use another method. I will show you another method, that is the spiral. If you will use this method by representing these rational numbers. Suppose we have to represent root 2. I will show you again by another method, that is like this. This is, suppose this is our 0, and this is 1, this is 2, this is our -1. So what will we do? We will again draw this perpendicular here and cut a unit length from it. That is, this is 1, this is also a unit length, and we join this. This forms a, what? It forms a right triangle. It is a right triangle. So according to this, like this, we have this is root 2. Root 2. If we again draw here, we draw another perpendicular here and of unit length, then what will be the length of this O? Suppose this is OA, this is here OA, this is OB, and this is OC. You will see this OC will be root 3. Root 3. And how we can represent this? We will take OB as the radius and draw an arc. This will represent, this point will represent our root 2. And likewise, if we take OC as the radius and draw a point here, so this will be our root 3. This will represent our root 3. Likewise, if we have to construct a root, what? Root 4, that is 2, we get by drawing another perpendicular here and taking the radius this will be root 4. And again, if we draw another perpendicular here and join this will be our root 5. Root 5. And like this, we take this as radius and just this, mark a point, O, say this is OX as radius. So this point will represent our root 5. This will represent our root 5. This is the spiral of irrational numbers, how to represent by this way. And also more convenient way is this one. You can represent rational numbers by this way or that way. This was about the number line and also a representation of these numbers on a number line. Also, we have some basic operations. I will repeat. I have told you those operations on first lecture. You can go through that. I will recap that. First one is the closure law. First one is the closure law. Closure law means if we have to, you will take natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers or irrational numbers, and we will take first operation is addition. If we take under addition, then subtraction, on the same basis you can take subtraction, on the same basis you can take the multiplication operation. Now see what closure law. If we have two numbers AB, whether you will take these two natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers or irrational numbers. If A plus B, we represent this by natural numbers by N, we represent whole numbers by W, we represent integers by Z, we represent rational numbers by Q, and we represent irrational numbers by Q star. Suppose A comma B, these are two natural numbers, and if A plus B is also a natural number, then we say that this is set of natural numbers is closed under addition. These numbers are closed under addition. Likewise, if you take two whole numbers and add up. If they also remain the whole numbers, yeah, then this is closed under addition. Likewise, you can see on multiplication or subtraction. Then our second law is commutative law. Commutative law. Commutative law is just take these two numbers A and B, and if I will take now the general operation, if A star B is equal to B star A, then we say that the set of, whether these are natural numbers or any of these 1 2 3 4 5 types of numbers, if this holds, then we say that these numbers are satisfy commutative law. Third law is identity law. Identity law. Identity law says that if A belongs to some, for example, let's take it belongs to Z, and such that there exists B, कोई B ऐसा है कि such that A star B is equal to A star B is equal to A, तो कोई नंबर ऐसा इसमें से होगा कि हमें वापस A ही मिलता है. This law is called the identity law. This is called the identity law. And this law fourth, and this is called the identity element. This is known as the identity element. This law is called the identity law because we get the same number back after operating it with B, whether this star operation is addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division also. Now we have another law, fourth law. After identity law, we have inverse law. Inverse law. Inverse means if we have just like the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal, but we can't take reciprocal in case of addition. So if we have any number A, and if there exists in the set another number B such that it is equal to what? It gives us the identity element. Identity element. Because there is a difference in multiplicative identity and additive identity. अगर आप additive identity की बात करेंगे, additive identity की बात करेंगे तो that is 0, और अगर आप multiplicative identity की बात करेंगे that is 1. So in case of multiplication, if after operating A with B अगर हमें 1 मिलता है तो that is called the multiplicative identity, or B is called the multiplicative inverse at that time. अगर आप operation addition लोगे तो then this 0 is called the identity, and this B at that time is called the additive inverse, is known as the additive inverse. These are 4 laws, that is closure law, commutative law, identity law, and inverse law. And law fifth, which real numbers hold, that is associative law. Associative law, that is if we have 3 numbers, that is A star, B star, C. Star is a general operation. I will repeat it. Star is any operation you can take out of 4 operations. If A star B star C is equal to A star B star C, then this if this holds, we say that these numbers satisfy associative law. This law is called the associative law. And another is seventh is distributive law. Distributive law, that is A star B star C is equal to A star B star A star C. This is known as the distributive law. This is called the distributive. And if this A element is on the left side, it is called the left distributive law. If we take this A on the right side, then it is called the right distributive law. And in general, we call it as distributive law. Distributive law. This was something about these numbers, and this was our lecture third. I will repeat this. We go through a number line. What is a number line? तो वो एक स्ट्रेट लाइन होती है जिसमें हर एक जो हमारे पास रियल नंबर होता है उसको आइडेंटिफाई करता है इसमें से कोई भी पॉइंट. लाइकवाइज तो इसमें हमारे पास कौन से नंबर्स हैं रियल नंबर, जो हमारे पास नंबर्स हैं जिनका जो टॉप मोस्ट सेट है वो रियल नंबर्स हैं क्योंकि ये सारे रियल ही है. तो नेचुरल नंबर्स है, होल नंबर्स है, इंटीजर्स है, रैशनल नंबर्स हैं एंड इरेशनल नंबर्स. These all can be represented on a number line. And also these numbers satisfy certain laws. First one is closure law, commutative law, identity law, inverse law, and distributive law. If there is any problem in understanding, you can mention in the comment box, or you can inbox me on the FB page, Bilal Sir School of Mathematics, or in this section of my math school. In the coming lecture, we will also go through some more properties of numbers or this number system, because it is a very vast chapter and it is most useful chapter in this foundation course. Till then, have a good time. Thank you from my math school.